grab the refrigerator magnets with the wide erase magnetic thing you can do to-do list. Come grab them on your way out. We'd love you to. Welcome. This is the Symphonic Band. This is our first live concert, and we are very excited about it. And we want to kind of show off to you tonight. So our first two numbers, you'll notice they're just going to be up here on the screen, and we'll just get started. Thank you. Jackson on trumpet solo there. So thank you. We're going to do a quick shift and head down to the jazz band here. And man, go ahead and come up into position. Symphonic band, you'll walk off this way, sit down there and grab it.
Testing.
Now let's start with the lead. Kind of a unique situation. A jazz band is typically a 14 to 20 piece band. As you can see, we're not quite that. But that's okay. For 4 years running now, this group has been invited to continue on to the state level. No exception this year, which is really kind of cool for such a small group to make that step. With the adjustments we've made, and et cetera, et cetera. Do I have any trumpet players yet?
One up here.
Or somewhere. Yeah, we have one. Anyway, we actually have 10 songs for you, but we're only going to play 2 of them tonight in hopes that next Wednesday you would consider and come and joining us again, because for a really fun opportunity, what I've done is I've called in a bunch of my friends to come fill in the gaps. So for the first time, these guys are going to play with a full-piece band. I've added 4 trombones, a trumpet, and 3 more saxophones to come and play these 10 tunes with you next week. But they wanted to show off tonight, and I wanted them to show off to you a little tonight what they did for stuff. So we're going to play 2 songs for you tonight. First is an old standard, Won't You Come Home, Bill Bailey, and then another standard, Take 5. So, and Bill Bailey features who on solo? Landon, raise your hand there, Landon. And, he's going to solo, and I'll get a microphone ready for him. And then on Take 5, JC's going to play for you on Buried. Thank you. And the reason I am playing tonight, usually I don't play, but Alana Proudlock is our lead alto player, and she at the moment is on a bus on the way down to St. George to a state softball game that their team got invited to. So good things are happening here. It's unfortunate she can't be here. Her allegiance were really, she was torn, thinking, oh, I'll just call the coach. And I said, well, remember, we're going to do this all again next week. So for her, I hope you all come back and get to hear what she has to offer. So. Now, introducing to you my cool cats. This is the Crimson Jazz Band. Famous piece called Take Five, because there's 5 beats in a measure, so not very easy to dance to. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Transition. Next Wednesday night, 7 o'clock here. Second live concert. This first song, it needs a little bit of explanation. So it's called The Flight of Piasa. Okay, it is a Robert Sheldon piece. It is a program piece. He wrote it with a particular picture in mind, and I'm going to show that picture to you now. This is a painting on the wall of a rock in a little town, I think it's called Alton, Illinois, which is just north of St. Louis on the Illinois side of the river. Painted, discovered by some Franciscan monk in the 1600s. There's a story that goes with it, and we're going to play that story for you tonight. But a real quick story to kind of paint that picture is this is big as a bull with a lion head and talons to, you can see, and it flies, and it's pretty horrific, and it would fly down and take the cattle and attack cities or villages or whatever at the time, and it was a nasty, nasty piece of work. And the local chief says we need to solve this, and so they had a fast for a full moon, apparently, in the legend as it goes, and nothing happened until the final night. As he was sleeping on the final night of his feast, he received a vision. And in that vision, he was asked to get 20 of his best soldiers. Now, he had already sacrificed a lot of soldiers, but this time he was told you had to have 20. And they all need to have their bows and one poison arrow. And at the right time, they were all supposed to shoot their arrow at the same time to kill the Piasa. But the problem was they needed a live victim. And if you can imagine, there was only one person that chief felt comfortable in being the live victim, and that was himself. So he went out there and he taunted the Piasa, who was up on this mountain, by singing a death song. You know, and the Piasa responded by flying down, and as he landed to take his prey, the 20 warriors let their arrows fly, and that was the end of the Piasa. You can see it's a beautiful painting. They've since upgraded it a little bit because it was really quite dull, but they did their best to think what the colors might have been with what they had, and so if you were to go see it now, it's relatively new paint, but that's it. And maybe I have a family vacation someday that I want to go and maybe take a look at this. But this is a favorite piece of mine, featuring quite a few people. Okay, here we go. Flight of Piasa. Hopefully, maybe my wife's back there taking the mute button's not working. Maybe she's just working it back there. Thank you. This next song, and I'm going to get the title right. You ready for this? The Lost Lady Found. I just read it. Lost Lady Found. It's a Percy Granger tune. And it's about that. A lady goes missing. A relative gets accused of taking her out and is been arrested and going to the gallows, and another family member says, I need to solve this, and goes out and looks for the lady and finds her and brings her back. On the moment that this uncle is on the gallows, and as she comes, they celebrate. As he comes down the gallows, they celebrate. And in the Granger score, he says, at this point in the song, if you got any kind of a bell, a chime, a marimba, or anything that can simulate the celebration that was going on. So I'm going to invite you to listen for that at the very end. The song has lyrics, so it's going to be very repetitive, but every time we repeat it, we do something uniquely different. But the last verse goes, and straight from the gallows they led him away. The bells they did ring and the music did play. Every house in the valley with mirth did resound as soon as they heard the lost lady was found.
I want to take a moment and celebrate our students. So first of all, if I can get the band council, anybody who's involved with band council, to come up here, or just stand up for a second, then I'm going to invite one of you to come and help me. Band council, stand up. I couldn't do I couldn't do what I do because I can easily, just knowing that they would do better than I could, if I asked them to do it, they end up doing it, whether it's a party planning or just helping with our birthday celebrations or setting something up or putting something away. And I greatly appreciate every single one of you, and I wish you seniors I'll tell you about that later, a wonderful future. But those of you coming back, I look forward to what we can do. Ellie, can I get you to come and help me up here? The rest of you have a seat. There's a couple of things, and I will try to make this brief, but at the same time we want to celebrate what's happened.
Can I get the house lights?
Okay, let me find my piece of paper. I just set it down over here. The Marines do a really cool thing every March. You've heard of March Madness, but have you ever heard of March Mania? March Mania, affiliated with the Marines and John Philip Sousa, is a activity they do every March where they create a bracket just like in basketball. And in that bracket, what they do is they have two marches compete against each other. And on March 1st, the people at large have to vote on which of those two is their favorite. So they provide an opportunity for them to listen to both and vote on which was their favorite. And then it just progresses all the way down until on April 1st, or I think it was March 20, whatever this year, they have a champion. It was kind of a cool thing. But what I've done with our students, is I created a bracket that they could actually do a prediction, just like in the basketball world, of what they think should happen. And I wanted to celebrate the winners of that particular thing tonight by awarding them a crown as the March King for this activity. And they've got some buttons up here. And it's kind of interesting how this played out. So can I get the following people to come step out in front here, just kind of by my podium in the light? But I need Michaela Rich, Sam Stallings, Tabitha McKinnon, Jackson Corda, Isaac Garcia, Brody Lindsay. You can leave your horn down there if you'd like, Isaac. You don't have to carry it up here. And then Vincent Rohr, Caleb Albazures, and Clark Roofery. Okay, go over there. Okay. And I just kind of want to tell you the cool things that happened here, okay? First of all, the highest score was Jackson. And Jackson, I don't know how many points let's look that up. Jackson and Isaac tied for first place with 39 points. And they predicted how many games correctly? 21 of the 31 different brackets they predicted correctly, which is pretty cool. So they get first place. Second place goes to Vincent Rohr. He guessed, or maybe not guessed, but he got 38 points where he guessed instead of, I can't read he got 38 of the 30, no. Anyway, he was one game off. So he gets second place. And then third, and he tied with, no, let's get this right. Fourth place was Caleb. And then after Caleb was Mikhail Rich. And then after Mikhail was everybody else, scoring anywhere from 14 to 20. Now the cool thing about this is Sam Stallings and I were having our own little competition. And Sam, even though he didn't get, let's see, what did he end up with? He ended up with, down in that bottom bracket, but he got the most correct picks. He got 22 out of the 31 correct when everybody at the first place got 21, which means that in the early rounds, he guessed and got most of the first ones right, but then as they got to the end, his picks got eliminated. So he deserves credit for that. So let's get you guys to come over and grab a crown, and then I want you to come grab a button too. So the crown winners are going to be, yes, so give a crown to Jackson and Isaac. And then give a crown to Vincent in 3rd place, and a crown to Caleb in 4th place, in 5th place Mikkel, and Sam gets the 6th one. And then grab some buttons here. Grab 2 buttons. These buttons are their songs that they can wear proudly that they were able to do that. So congratulations, you guys. Very quickly, let's move on. Grab some buttons and circle around and come back on the stage. If you guys want to come back in and find your spots for our final number, we're going to combine our final number for you, so we'll have them come up and save that time. Okay. Pet Band, I usually give a Pet Band award, but we do it separately from here, and the Pet Band award this year went to everybody who came and helped us out, and you parents who supported them to be able to get on a bus. I think that was the first sense of normality when we got in this bus to go down and support the girls basketball team, and actually went down there and had a great time. And I'm not going to have them stand, but that was a really fun experience. So congratulations to all of you who've done that. Now, typically we earn what's a band letter, and in the years past, we do it during this concert. Well, last year we didn't have one of these. So tonight I want to list last year's band letter awards. And what it is they get a certificate and then they get a pin that says band. It's a gold pin. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see the reflection right here. But I'm going to ask you guys to come up one at a time. Well, not one at a time, really quickly. And Ellie will pass them to you. So Jackson Kent, if he's backstage, maybe still, hopefully. Ellie, congratulations. This is Ellie. Sage, if you'll come up for last year. Charlie, Vincent, Roar, Landon, Barton, Gage Merrill, and Preston Hahn. Okay, and then also for last year, we have Tabitha, Sam Stallings, Tabitha McKinnon, Chesney Parker, JC Espino, Zoe Buckner, Tyson, Morgan. See if she can negotiate all that real quick. Jared Hershey, Lucy Leary, Xander Weiser, James Wellbone, and that's it. If you give them all a great big hand for the band letter. Now, what a band letter is they're coming to class every day, which is just a part of it, but they are also participating in various other facets that we offer with the band program. They're participating in jazz band, they're participating with the orchestra, they're participating in solo and ensemble options, and then they're also maybe trying out for certain things, or they're doing service, for example, band council, or they're doing community service, or maybe your child plays in a different setting that's not necessarily related to the high school. This is how they earn those points. Now, if I missed anybody from last year because it was COVID and we didn't communicate, I am willing to talk to you on that. It doesn't, we have 3 weeks to figure out that. And you'll see why that might be of interest. Now, this year, the following people: Lily Champagne, Xander Weiser, Brody Miller, Spencer Moore, Madison Stater. Anthony Mendonça. James Weldon. Mikkel Rich. Preston Hahn. Noemi Benitez. Madeline Garcia. Zoe Buckner. And Lucy Leary. Thank you. Now, once again, if one of you just didn't turn in the application, I will accept those applications through the end of the year, all right? You just don't get recognized tonight. But some of you, especially those sitting down, probably are deserving of this and you just didn't get that application to me. So if you will do that, that was great. With the exception of the following 4 people who did, and I would like them to come forward. And Alana Proudlock is my whatever, but let's get, you want to come up and accept the award for her? This is Mom. Instead of going to the game, she came tonight. Now, the significance of this, and let's get all 4 of them up here. Sam Stallings, Tabitha McKinnon, and Chesney Parker. Can you climb up here? Anyway, and we'll wine and dine Alana a little next week at that concert. But they have gotten a letter all 4 years that they've spent here at this school. So not only do they get that pin, but on the left here there's a grizzly bear paw that has music notes and treble clef and stuff in each of the claws, each of the fingers, and then on the paw itself in the hand print or the the palm, it says band. So it's a special pin they get for being in all 4 years. So congratulations. Thank you. Okay, let's make sure I'm getting this all done. Solo ensemble. This is a cool thing of which we participate and compete. And typically it's voluntary, and so they get points for participating. I do want to celebrate one thing. If anybody who recorded an ensemble to submit to state, if you could please stand up. Anybody who recorded something to take to state, could you please stand up? Everybody stand up, come on. Not state, region, that's why they're confused. Everybody up here this year actually put together something and we went to region. If you'd have a seat. Thank you. Okay, this is cool. And of those at region, a lot of excellent ratings, but one group showed off and got a superior rating, superior minus actually. And if the Crimson Brass group would stand up and be recognized for the efforts they made there, that would be great. Sam, wave your hand so they can see you out there. Okay, thank you. Okay, the following awards, and I hope I have them all here. It seems like I've missed one. There it is. There's some plaques that are out here in the hallway, and we'd like to recognize them by putting their name on it. The first one tonight, and the Marine Band couldn't come to reward this one. This is someone who's just been there all the time. Appreciate, they do whatever they do. They're musical, they play their instrument, and they've been very supportive. And this comes from the Marines, not me. And they feel bad that they couldn't come tonight and actually give this, but would like to invite Logan up to receive the Semper Fi Award from the Marine Band. Okay, thank you, Logan. Next, our Outstanding Service Award. There's a plaque up here for Outstanding Service. And it has names that go back all the way to 1987. That's how old this award is. I graduated from here in '84. A lot of really cool names on here, and some of them, anybody we might recognize? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But tonight we have one student in particular who, when she showed up here her freshman year, after our first concert, she was just cleaning up and all that kind of stuff, and I knew right then that she had her heart in a mind of service. And she carried it right through her sophomore, junior, and senior year, and has been a leader in our band council. So Tabitha, come on up. We're putting her name on the spot, and I'm going to give her a certificate to go with that. Thank you. Our outstanding percussionist. We have 17 of them back there, and quite a few of them, and we'll talk about the seniors as they leave us. But we're going to offer Sam Stallings, our outstanding percussionist. Thank you, sir. I'll move this closer so I don't have to hold on. Outstanding woodwind, Nalana is not here tonight, but we want to compliment her for the efforts she's made, in not only in the band, but in jazz band and pep band, and the efforts that she makes. And then she goes and joins the softball team, and we work her to death. And anyway, she's the recipient. Let's give her a hand for the outstanding woodwind. Thank you. Outstanding brass, Hiram, if you'd come up, please. All these outstanding, thank you, sir. Congratulations. We'll have a certificate for you. Your name will go on the plaque. All these outstanding students are just dependable, loyal, and I can expect them to have their parts learned. Next one. Thank you. I keep forgetting. Music scholars. As seniors, they are invited to apply for, and this comes from the school, a scholar award in the various areas or facets of education. So we have one in music, there's one in science and language and all that kind of stuff. We have 3 recipients in the band tonight who are scholars, and they will actually get a medallion that they, get to wear with their graduation gown, graduation. And those 3, if you'd please stand. Well, Nalana's one of them, then Chesney Parker and Tabitha McKinnon. Congratulations to you guys. Thank you. 3 more things I'd like to share. The Instrumentals magazine encouraged us to give away some awards in the name of the famous musicians for the particular genre. In the jazz genre, we have Louis Armstrong. And there are some really, and I'm not talking about me, yes, my name's here, but there are some really cool people on here that I've known through the years. And one included is our own Jason Soph, the history teacher here, AP History, as a Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, and we'd like to add Lily Champagne to this list. Lily's going to get this little desktop medallion or thing that she can wear. There's a certificate that she gets with it, and then she also gets this little pin. But we're going to engrave them all, so I'm not going to give them to her tonight. Hey, come on, shake your hand. Come on. Let me shake your hand, or whatever the proper thing is. Thank you. That's it. A couple more. Our John Philip Award, John Philip Sousa Award, which is, obviously given from the instrumentalist also. Describes the musician who is the most loyal, the most dedicated, the most cooperative, etc. And I had a really tough time with this one, because I'll talk about that in a minute. But we're going to offer that award tonight to Miss Allison Burshaw. Look at the surprise on her face. Thank you. She too will get that little medallion or that desktop thing and a pin and a certificate. Now, if I could have all my seniors come up. Yeah. Front row. I think this is the most important award that I could ever think of giving. And I'm going to try to not choke up, but yeah, I'll be okay. I got it controlled. These students right here have been in this program for 7 years. Regardless of what challenges they had, they made it important to be a part of this till their senior year. And we've had some that moved in, and so I really wanted to publicly thank them and you for your support of them in this role, because this program would be in a lot of trouble if we lost our seniors. And we appreciate what they do. So here's a certificate, which I forgot to sign. I will sign it later. Yes, please. But just so that I make sure I get everybody, because I'm not sure everybody's here, but starting on this end, Rebecca Day, Caleb, what? Hi. Caleb, hi. And then Jose Gill, Bennett Christensen, Sam Anderson, Chesney, is that Chesney? I can't tell, okay. Chesney Parker, who's behind you? Tabitha McKinnon, Lily Champagne, Sam Stallings, Hiram Rosalind, Logan Plattis, Allison Bershaw, and Megan Kennedy. And one of the really cool things, I think this is the last year that I was at the middle school when these guys showed up. So I've kind of, not all the time, but I've kind of had them for those 7 years. And it's almost like letting family go out the door. But thank you very much, and congratulations to our seniors for being part of this. Oh, and Ellie Orton. We forgot about Ellie. Ellie's passing all this stuff out. We got to recognize. Of course, she's not a senior, but thank you for helping her. Okay, what do you need? Right, we'll take care of it. And I think that's it. Okay, that's it. Our last song.
I'm stealing the microphone real quick. Can we have Mrs. Rasmussen come up here, please? For 7 years, and these wonderful people, another round, have given so much of their time. And Ross, if you look on your stand, we have a present for you too. I'll let him tell you what it is, and then I will explain it.
Wow. What am I doing? Okay, well, I'll show you. That's cool.
It says one more time, because we all know that band and orchestra and choir directors always lie. And that is their lie. It's one more time. And then on the inside, it says, we aren't going home.
This is what it says, but don't listen to it.
And we can't stay here. Thank you for helping us move forward.
Oh, never mind, sorry.
And that's because his catchphrase at the end of every concert, every pep band, everything, since as long as we can remember. I don't know if we should say it now or after the concert.
We'll say it after the concert.
After the concert. After.
We'll say it after. That's what I was saying. Don't, if you hear it, don't say it, because it means get out of here. But we don't want that.
But we just thought There have been so many, like with Pit Orchestra, there are days that we've been here until 2 a.m. And these two wonderful people have given us so much of their time and their devotion and knowledge and wisdom, and we just wanted to give a simple little thank you back to them.
This was originally a symphonic band piece that they took to Region and got invited to play at stage, which we're recording right now to send on its way. But we've added a few players, namely everybody. But it is a program piece too. It's called Arabian Dance, and the purpose of it is if you can imagine the sunset in the Arabian desert, and three factions or three tribes are getting together, and as the sun goes down, the party starts. As the party starts, there's this jubilation going on, and then at one point, each group gets to do their dance, and it becomes sort of a dance frenzy where they realize that all three of them can play together, and they end in a wonderful party at the end of it. This is called Arabian Dance, and by Barrett, and we're going to tune first before we play. Make sure you're on the right.